Alright, we are recording. Continuing Titan Quest 2. Yeah. I tried to briefly remember which one I was going to. Because, yeah, that's my, Storm and Forge character. That's why I didn't want to just warp right over there. I managed to get up to level 50. And I've been just, like, pushing, things up higher. The level offset, and that's been interesting. Yeah, I'll actually explore up here first. But yeah, because I do notice the difficulty go up when I am doing those things. But at the same time, it is, not really all that impressive. And mainly, it's like, yeah, I know things are gonna have a much easier time killing me. And they have sometimes. But it's just the whole, yeah, just throw that down. But there's also the element of it's, the loot isn't necessarily, I expect more of the, like, relics and such. Those things. But I don't see them, and it's like, that's annoying. Alright. Let's check out over here. Okay, well, no. Let's go down. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that there is some stuff here. Alright, yeah, don't want to forget about that. Just looking at my notes for things I can talk about. One is that THQ Nordic has actually started a pre-spring sale that goes until the 16th. It is very windy here, so I'm on the laptop, but if I lose power, I won't keep going. Don't want this running off battery for this game while also recording. But we've been pretty lucky, so knock on wood, hopefully that will continue. But another thing from the news that's kind of interesting, Stardock has decided that they are going to start publishing independent games. So previously they've basically only been publishing their own games and games of close partners. So like Oxide Games, that's Ashes of Singularity, which I know that they are close partners. I don't remember how close though. I think at one point it was described like Stardock owns them, but then they're only being referred to as partners here, so maybe it's not ownership. Anyway, they've decided, hey, you know what? We're gonna start making our experience available to independent companies, independent studios. And that's definitely neat. Neat that they're gonna do that. I think more spawned the moment I picked the skull up. Come on. There we go. But in order to make sure that they're able to give the time and attention and resources to those games they decide to publish, they've said that they're only going to do 3 a year. And also, it's said, I'm assuming that that they're only going to be interested in strategy, RPG, and simulation games. Which is fair. That's also what they've been making, so it's what they're most familiar with. Yeah, because it was, if you're making one of these, and you're interested, here's the email address to get more information. So that's why I'm assuming that that's all they're interested in working. There. Right. Good. Come this way. I'm definitely gonna have, because I do like this where you just put them down. It just, you know, eliminates everything around you. It will be so much fun when we get the Spirit Mastery, if we can do Forge and this, both that and Forge. I mean, okay. I guess it's a little further that we get the connection to head over there. Yeah. I don't think this is actually, maybe it is, but I don't think this is what connects. Well, I guess it is technically in that area. Oh, no, I guess this is. The area that connects us to over where the two brothers are. Just trying to think if there's anything else to really mention, but nothing too much coming to mind. I've had a busy week, but I finally managed to finish some stuff, so that's nice. So hopefully I will be able to catch up on some rest. But then it's also, hey, I finished doing this, now I can immediately move on to some other work that's been lingering. So I don't know. This is just like connecting to a way to get out. So you can, I think you can leap from there to here, but not relevant just yet.
Oh, yet another ugly featherless. Ha! I knew. I'll tell you what I told the other two. There's...
It sounds like the missing brothers Kirito asked us to find might be after this treasure.
I don't think I need to warp back yet to get rid of stuff. Alright.
Oh. Hello. You're not, hunting for treasure, are you? Of course she did. You can tell her we're busy. Well,
Carl, it's...
I've got it under control. Look, stranger, these caves are our shop. I'm coming in. Move, Dolan.
Yep. Except for that guy, which... Oh, here, come on. There we go. Nope. Move back over. Come on, get in there. There we go. Because they melee attack and it's kind of easy to avoid them, just putting down a blade trap is so good with these idiots. Alright.
There's some treasure hidden here, but it's just a taste of what's to come.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? This is one. Now I got a question. So obviously that thing knew about this. The harpy couldn't. That's not a harpy. That's a small griffin. Wouldn't be able to put anything in the treasure chest though, because it doesn't have hands. So how did it get filled? It is just one of those things where it's think about that with a number of other games as well. Okay, they're stuck on each other. That's why they're not moving. Where it's the whole who's going around filling up all these chests kind of thing in any dungeon crawler. But I believe there are some games where you actually do that. Where you are the one who has to fill them up. But it's not a very large subgenre. Come on, there we go. Sorry, I just really need to clear my throat there. Yep. I like my activations. Ooh, you know what? That just occurred to me. That's actually interesting to recognize. Activations might not count for anything with with the summons on Spirit.
Somewhere in these rocks.
I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. I mean, health will, speed will, resistances will, but activations might not. Oh, and damage, of course, will work for both. I'm definitely curious how that'll work out. Will activations be limited to just devices?
Dolan, get in. Oh, gods. This mountain is a death trap. Not to mention, I've been trying to convince Kalimachus to head back this entire time. But his... Dolan, stop! I'm coming! I'm coming!
Ooh, you know, that also just occurred to me. That's kind of interesting to wonder about. How are the summons going? Are the summons going to have to leap across? I could believe that they might just decide, yeah, we're just going to make the summons flying. So, you're summoning eagles, for example, instead of, like spiders. They'll have already figured that out. This reminds me, isn't there a spot around here that you can destroy a wall? Yep. That also be interesting. Because I think part of the way that I discovered those was with the lightning aura that will just strike things around you. Because it would strike the destroyable walls, the destructible walls. Will that mean that any summoned pets will also run over and start doing that too? Or will they have to say, no, we don't do that. The player has to find those. Because it's not unreasonable. To be like, no, the player has to find those. Alright. There. At first. There. At this point, I will then start. I think it's that I normally go to. But I could also start putting them down here, I guess. Yeah. It'll be fine. Turn that back on, though.
So close now, human.
Stay back, it's a trap!
Yeah.
Humans are ugly, greedy, and gullible.
You stink. It is the...
We're not with him!
I will kill...
You will try. Ow. Okay, so he's off to a decent start. And he's gone.
You saved us!
Yeah, with the other character, because he spawns over here when you respawn him, I'll just throw stuff down. He like won't even get to move before he's dead. Okay, so that can be nice. But deal with these idiots first.
Thank you. I thought we'd...
It took me by surprise. And we did get to...
Cal! He just...
Fine. If you're so desperate.
So... How do we get down from here?
Just jump, obviously.
But... my leg. The griffin...
No room for that. Griffins are quite irritating, aren't they?
Let's just, warp back, sell stuff, warp forward again. Keep selling. I know, I'm just not in a talkative mood today, which, hey, maybe that's not so bad a thing.
Yet another straggler lost amongst the sands. I lived in these ruins for Welcome!
Interesting. Set that there for now. I will think about if I want to use this. Bonus agility. Lose the bonus health, but it's not that much anyway. Increase dodge cooldown, right? Yeah, I think actually that will be worth it. Let me see where my agility is now. Yeah, that's not even that far away. There. There. Okay. Yeah, I can go there. Okay. There. You know what? I can turn it in right away. Let's do... Oh, I can do that as well. So let's... Yep, turn that in.
You were hunting. You found them. Without you, I fear they'd have gotten completely lost chasing treasure.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for the help. I swear, these two wouldn't...
Yeah, no goodies, but that's fine. Oh, no, let's take care of that too. It would be nice in the first game. It would actually, when you did the sword, it would also automatically combine the relic pieces and such, the relics and charms, which is nice because it's one less thing you have to worry about doing. Kind of wish they would bring that back. But then also, to be fair, well, with the storage, it would be helpful. with this normal walking around, not as necessary because it took up your regular inventory. It wasn't a separate inventory, which I was fine with. I don't think they needed to make it separate. They were also all smaller. They were the size of rings, not the size of helmets and shoulder pieces. A little bit more. Oh, that also reminded me, because it says currently unavailable. I do wonder. Oh, wait, no, that's got dials on it. It could still be for controlling pets, though. Like for setting how aggressive summons pets will be. Because it was also just occurring to me, we don't have, and they gotta add pets at some point, right? It seems odd them not being here. Because of the usefulness of having something that can go back and sell stuff for you instead of having to warp back yourself. I know it's easy enough to warp back, but it's still, being able to do that would be nice. It's like Torchlight had that. How old is that game now? I mean, that's... I know over a decade. That might be closer to 15 years old or older. Good game. Can't play it anymore, though. Yeah, Torchlight had a achievement in it, which was to beat the game in under 2 hours. Which, as you may have noticed, I don't tend to go fast in games. But I decided, I'm going to go for that. It burned me on that game, though. It burned me out on that game. I just... Because it's so not how I enjoy playing games, that to do that, it just... I don't enjoy the game anymore. It sucks. Now, true, it has been many years since I last played it, but it's still... There were times where it's like, it's been a while, let me try it. No, I'm feeling that burned out feeling again. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand why those achievements exist. And I even applaud the idea of having such achievements, because it can get somebody to play other styles than what they normally do, but it did not work for me. I hate that happens. Hopefully they get that fixed, because that's a definite bug. Because technically this boar is still there, so if I put down a sentry instead of the blade trap, it would keep attacking it. And just waste activations. The funny thing is, that issue, I know I've seen updates where that was fixed, and then it comes back. So it could be something, because I do software QA in my day job. And there are times where I've seen the same kind of thing happen, where a bug returns, and it's like, yeah, because it was fixed, but then, like, the next time the code was deployed, it was from a version that didn't have the fix in there, kind of thing. It just got merged in. Person handling the merge didn't realize that, oh, that we technically regressed somewhere, so all you can do is put it again, see it fixed again. I mean, at least it is, you can't have situations like this where the shard things that are needed for the, to summon these things are actually kind of cheap, so it's not horrible to see their activations go away, but it's still, it's a definite bug that should not be happening. I'm just making sure. Let's open that up now. Want to make sure there was nothing was missing there. Okay, this thing isn't gonna have many more shots in it either. I know I gotta fight up here, so I'm just gonna... Okay. Once I open that up, I'm gonna get swarmed. At least I'm pretty sure that's what happens. But one of the things I will get is the key for the chest back there. See? Right. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what that is. I don't know why I'm focusing so much on it, but I am just thinking about it because it's got sliders on there. What would the sliders be for? And it's also because it's in your inventory. It's not somewhere else. I do believe we need to get a pet, some sort of summon manager at some point. But would you put that in the inventory? I mean, it's a convenient place, but would that be better? We'll find out eventually. But it's still one of those things that it's like, early access can be annoying when you start seeing features teased like that, even incidentally. He dropped a lot of stuff. Not necessarily on quality, but for number. That was matching the griffin that's technically a boss.
I'm carrying too much.
I was saying, it's so annoying that storage is best vertical here. Yeah, let's do that, because, yeah. Only benefits from doing that. But yeah, you pick it up horizontally, but it's best stored vertically. Yeah. It's just weird and awkward. I'm just trying to remember how the map goes. Because let's do that. I'm gonna head back and explore over here. Because I know some of this does connect back onto itself. I just don't remember how long it is before the connections.
Now, let's find the sources of Nemesis energy. Glaucus said we're around here somewhere. To see what this diagram can do. Go on. Try to absorb Nemesis energy. I just hope you can handle it.
must have reached the Moirai by now, my lady.
I should have known he'd go scurrying to the Moirai, like a rat into a hole.
Was that Nemesis? When you absorbed her energy, it seems that you were connected to her for a moment.
Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, I guess I am actually full. Alright, well. We're back.
Need something.
I think it's only the ring I'm interested in hanging on to. And that, I'm just going to stick into the storage.
Need me to look after any...
Speed, there we go. There's activations.
I hope she doesn't come for us.
I just had an idea that would be neat for either in-game feature or a mod. If you could have something where it's like, hey, I want to just highlight all the gear with a certain attribute. Well, not necessarily attribute, because technically, no, these are attributes. But yeah, so be able to say everything with health for the summons. Activation summon, just highlight all that. That would be nice. I could definitely see that being a mod thing whenever this... I don't know if it has mods yet, but I imagine it will eventually. Either because people will just do it, or oh yeah, this.
Give me the apple.
No more. Give me the apple.
Yeah, and I actually do because
Mine.
that's the color of strength, and technically that's of might, and technically that's what I'm doing. So
Yes!
You fool. You should have chosen me.
yep, nothing like recreating the Trojan War. Well, sort of. It's a little more involved than that, but yeah. Because it was Paris of Troy. He was given a golden apple. He had to decide between Aphrodite, Hera, and Athena, who it should go to. And they each tried robbing him in like great wisdom, great power, great love, most beautiful woman in the world, which was Helen. And he gave to Aphrodite, which then meant Aphrodite had to give him Helen. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's right. I forget that they do that. I'm not happy that was one hit kill, but I did forget that some of those enemies do have basically, oh yeah, I'm just gonna kill you in a single blow.
Pirates! Restless dead? It needs something.
And I get the whole thing about, well, why aren't you just like putting points in here to help? It's like, well, which is best? Because I mean, I'm not really using might. But at least the warrior stuff does benefit from that. It's just I'm not really using it at the moment. And Forge isn't based on anything, so it's like that. There's no need to put into anything except to equip gear like I did earlier. So I'm just So I saw that I had some emails, so I just want to quickly glance over, see what that was. And do that. Yeah, there's also an element. I'm not sure if it's as strong here, but definitely with some games like this, your gear is so strongly the source of your of the attributes and such, that the various points, that it's almost a what is the point of any of this. Here, let me just see. Yeah, points from equipment 37. I've invested 45, 34, 22, but it's like, you know, more points there are coming from my equipment than are coming from points invested. And you know what? Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna pull up the level 50 character and also have a look at it there once I'm done. Actually, I'm kind of feeling like wrapping up shortly. And the fact that we're right by a waypoint kind of helps. Kind of helps make me want to do that. Because then I can walk back and take care of stuff. Plus, it does mean I this is where I can come back to. Alright.
The Great needs something magical to help.
Yes, I do want to deposit that.
Need me to look after any...
These beaches are filled with
There.
many ruins. Ruins atop ruins.
Alright. Now let's go back here. I do want to check on that thing. Okay, there. So this would be my most advanced character because I have like +7, +8 or something. I have been trying to get gear to make him more powerful. Because even though the gear technically stops at 50, it's still, you know, oh no, that's level 45, but there's 50, but still, that's, you know, higher stuff there. But yeah, so 130. Oh, only 10? No, that's surprising. Well, that's 70 from the, because I needed the gear. 6. Okay, I did not. Well, no, this makes some sense, because he does actually benefit from the knowledge directly because of the storm mastery. What do we got here, though? Okay, I did not remember I invested so many points. Alright, so I've technically defeated my own argument. I do not remember investing all these points, though. I really don't. That confuses me. Okay, yeah, I guess it is true a lot of these aren't, but I do have the +9% attributes. I think it's off of... Okay, well, I think I've got a different character then that is... it would be much higher, the amount off of the gear. But, yeah, it's... Yeah, that is kind of funny. I defeated my own point. But it still is... That's what my feeling is, even if I'm technically wrong. It still feels like in this, and other games. Not as strongly in this one, though. I did say that. But definitely, like, in the original Titan Quest, it absolutely felt like that. It's like, you have 300 in strength. It's like, yeah, no, I actually have 100, 200 of that is just coming from gear. Or other things that it's, yeah. Alright, yeah, so I am feeling a little tired. It's been a busy week, but it is, I just, other things I want to do, and I don't, the wind blowing, I'd like to have this done before the possibility of, a power failing. But we're probably going to be good. So, anyway. See you next time.